G'day, Mick here from the Australian Can-Am X team and 47 Industries. I've got Chad McKay's race bike here that we've just come back from the Finke Desert Race in Alice Springs in Central Australia. We've got the bike all set up. It's a 2010 Can-Am DS 450 XMX. It's one of the first into the country. We've done a few modifications to get it prepped and ready for the Finke Desert Race. I'll just take you through a few of those now, give you a bit of an idea of where the products come from and how much of this bike we actually leave standard for doing this sort of race. Okay, we'll just work around the bike in no specific order and show you a few bits and pieces. One of the main things we do for the bikes for Chad is we get a lowered subframe from our race partners over in Canada at the factory. So it only drops the back end a little bit, but Chad's a little shorty, so it's good to get him as low to the action as we can. Okay, the gearing that we run on this bike for Chad for the Finke Desert Race is 14 at the front, 38 in the back. That gives us our maximum top speed that we need for the good hard pack sections, but doesn't load up too much, and top end we're in the soft stuff. We're running a Blinkstar front bumper. We've got a tether kill switch thanks to Quad Squad. Another thing we do up on the handlebars is we remove the entire lighting switch block, just get rid of all that extra weight, and we just put a single button starter on there. The graphics kit Chad gets custom made over in the States from a company called eSticky. A lot of our guys in the X team run these graphics kits. They fit really well and they're very flexible is what they can do for us. We're running Acebus handguards, which we get through Quad Squad, and they're mounted to a set of flex bars, which come from Quad Squad as well. These flex bars are a 14-degree quad low. The grips that we run on these flex bars are Pro Taper half waffle grips, medium compound, and they're grip wide on. A couple of the genuine Can-Am products that we run on the bike. We run the genuine Can-Am underbody skid plate. We run the swing arm protector. The tyres we run on the race bike for the desert racing, the whole shot GNCCs. We run the 21 by 11 by 9s on the back, and we run the 22 by 7 by 10s on the front. We've get these whole shots all through Andy at Ostraco over in Ballarat. The rims that we're running are Fury beadlocks, which Andy brings in himself from overseas. They're his own brand. We're running 10 by 5s in the front, which is standard size, and 9 by 9s in the rear. The standard Can-Am DS 450 XMX rims run 8s on the back, which is what we use for motocross. We run the standard stuff for motocross, but needed some bigger diameter rims to get the bigger tyres on there for running the big enduro races like Finke. We're running a full race pipe from Motorworks. Quad Squad's prepped this bike completely. He's had Adam at Quad Squad's had the head ported. He's put a high comp piston in there. Now we normally run a 13-to-1 compression piston, but they're a bit tricky to get sometimes. So this bike's actually got a 12.9-to-1, which is actually a 12.5-to-1 with a thin base gasket, gets us at 12.9. So we're pretty close to 13-to-1. That's a pretty comfortable place to run it. Gives us plenty of torque and doesn't risk any mishaps by having too much compression, which can sometimes happen. We're running a precision steering dampener, a Pro dampener, thanks to Hardiman ATV. Now Hardiman have also hooked Chad up with Lone Star DC4A arms and the Fox Evol shocks on the front, the floats, which are a new thing for Chad. He hasn't run them before. We're a bit sceptical as to whether we should run aftermarket shocks because the Can-Am standard suspension is so good. But after Chad's ridden Finke on this thing, he absolutely adores these shocks. He thinks they're fantastic. They're so much lighter. And give them so much flexibility to be able to adjust them at the track as well. We're also running a Fox Podium X on the rear, just to even things up all around. Gives it a really nice handling feel. Okay, we've been right through the machine now, and we've changed all the wheels and tyres over to the standard motocross tyres and rims. We've changed the gearing, front and rear sprockets have both been changed and put a new chain on. Pretty much just gone through, taken the bash plate off and everything that doesn't need to be on there for motocross. Got it all set up, got the number 33s back on there for Chad so we can go back and race the motocross over in the west. So yep, that's basically Chad McKay's race bike. So desert racing, motocross, pretty much all the same machine. Good versatile thing, these DS 450s.